1 of the Arduino, and this is the ESP826601 module. We will now connect the Arduino to the laptop. And we can see this is the code here. Upon uploading the code, we can open the serial monitor. The module has now connected to the Wi-Fi, and the sensors are sensing data. If we go onto the ThingSpeak channel, we can see how data is getting updated.
Yes, sir. So, sir, this is our ThingSpeak channel, sir. We've made a video for this as well, sir.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Aryan Bansal and my registration number is 18BEC0626. We will now be looking at the ThingSpeak channel and how data is sent onto the dashboard. Here we have created a channel called Patient Health Monitoring System. We can now scroll down and see that temperature is being updated in this graph, whereas the pulse rate is updated on this one.
So, means what is the time difference between your updation?
Sir?
Sir, about
Yes,
a
sir.
minute between each of the data samples.
How much? Hello?
About a minute.
I can't hear you. Okay, so okay, minute. Okay. Okay, continue.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, sir, should we move on to the neural network part, sir?
Yeah. You go to the
Okay.
analytics
Okay.
part. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So this is the output, sir. I'll just move to neural network, sir. Sir, can we share our screen and show you the neural network, sir?
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I'll be sharing my screen now. So is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
So this is the MATLAB neural network part. MATLAB has an inbuilt NPR tool, which is used for neural networks. So in the command window, I have given the NPR tool command, and we can go ahead with it. So here we have chosen the data. And so we are taking validation as 15%, training as 70%, and testing as 15%.
Just tell me what are the inputs you have? Temperature. Your temperature and what are the other parameters? Input parameters.
Sir, pulse, sir.
Pulse rate.
Two parameters only.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we have taken 15%, 15%, and 70% here.
Okay.
And we can go ahead with it. So now I'll be training the model.
What happened?
So I think it's
Okay, you just
training the
terminate.
network.
Yeah. Just terminate that and just if you have any PPT, just show that. Okay, your result part.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, we had actually shown this to you in the review too as well, sir.
Okay.
The simulation, sir, of the neural network, sir.
Okay, then no need to show that. Yeah.
Sir, this is
Okay.
the confusion matrix, sir, and it depends. It changes if you change the percentages. So and so here we have the ROC curve, sir, and so over here we are false negative and false positive. It shows 0, sir, because it depends on our the way we test it. And that's why, sir, our ROC curve is just straight, sir. And yes, sir.
So basically, you are testing your heart condition is good or not.
So over here we have the percentage of arrhythmia, sir.
Okay.
So it is only 0.1% out of our total. So this is the validation. So total 0.1% of our total data
Okay.
sets.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are the comments I gave you during the second review?
Sir, you had asked us to implement. Sorry.
Go on,
Implement?
Ethan.
Sorry, implement?
So you had told us to make a hardware model, and
Yes, sir.
we have implemented that after the second review, sir.
Yes,
Voice is
sir.
breaking. Yeah.
Sir, can you hear
Sir,
me,
am I
sir?
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No,
So
no,
you had
no.
asked
Actually,
us
yeah.
to implement the hardware simulation for our project, sir. So that time we didn't have
Okay.
the components, so that's why we were not able to make the hardware, sir. We also have
Okay,
our
no
future
problem.
work,
Actually,
sir.
what happens?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, one more thing, let me tell you. So, whatever model you have directly used for MATLAB, okay,
Yes, sir.
actually, you don't know how it works. Okay, so there may be several because in neural networks there are some nodes. Okay, so nodes are there, some weights are there. So we must know how they are getting updated. Okay, the weights of the neural network are very, very important. Okay, which really modifies the algorithm output. Okay, so in
Yes,
every
sir.
iteration that gets modified, but here, as you're directly using the package, you don't know what is really happening in that package. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here, what happens as you are using only two parameters, two input parameters, and only one output parameters is there. That's why it's working fine. Okay, if you're
Yes, sir.
if you are going for higher order problem, okay, so suppose you are having more number of sensors and more number of inputs, at that time this types of package will give you some errors, okay, because you don't know what is exactly happening that. Okay, so that's why
sir.
you have to really write down the codes.
Yes, sir.
It's better if you go through the neural network part, how it works. Okay, because
Yes, sir.
even if I think you don't know how many layers are there. Okay, is it there? Is that option is available there? How many layers you want
No,
to choose?
sir. Only the number of neurons are present, sir. We don't have too many alteration options, sir. You're correct, sir. Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
number of nodes are there.
Yes, sir.
The number of neurons.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So that's why I'm telling you. So that will be
Yes, sir.
if you're implementing some other parameters, including then your project will be more means it will be a publication worthy, I can say. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
so please.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll try to make it better, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You can leave the meeting. Okay, if you have any work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sheikh Asif.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
Sheikh Asif.
Excuse
Yes,
me,
sir.
sir. I was in the
Yeah,
morning
wonderful.
batch. Could I present? Okay.
What is your name?
Aditya Raghav.
Okay, after this you present. Okay,
Okay, sir.
no problem. Okay, Sheikh Asif.
Yes, sir.
I think last time you were present. Okay, last time you couldn't
Yes.
present due to busy. Okay,
Yes,
okay. I remember all the sequence. Yeah. Okay, you can start. Let me make you presenter. Uh, Who else are there? You know, Vizi is there. Okay.
VG and Yashwant.
Yes, but
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah.
yeah, it's visible. Yes, but I have made you. I think I made you as a presenter. Vizi,
Yes, sir.
I can't find you. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So the topic of our project was face mask detection. As we have known that the second wave has slowed down, but the hospital but they are saying that the third wave might come. So the last time what we did was we made a algorithm which catches how many people are wearing mask and not wearing mask in a picture, and it sends the data to ThinkSpeak. So this is a video demo of how it works on a video. So as you can see, if I cover my mouth with my hand, it still catches me that I'm not wearing mask.
Okay.
And if I try with a cloth, there are 50-50 chances that it catches me whether I'm wearing a mask or not.
Why that is happening? For cloth?
So because the network is designed to, if it doesn't catches any facial expressions such as nose or mouth, it get confused whether the person is wearing mask or not.
Then why it's not getting confused for your hands?
So because there are details there, so it's taking if there is a plain surface, it's catching that there is mask.
Yeah, that thing I'm asking you. What are the conditions you have used there?
The conditions. Okay, what
Yeah,
are the
criteria means based upon which it is doing the detections.
the first thing is this thing facial area, how much it's covered with same what do you say, same plain surface.
Okay.
So this is the training set data. Out of almost 4,000 pictures, it was, and half of them were with mask and half of them without mask. The training sample was 85% and the testing was 15%. So this is a confusion matrix. With the mask accuracy is 0.99. With no mask, it's 100%. So, sir, last time you advised us that we need to do some data analysis part. This project didn't have any data analysis, so what we went with it is predictive maintenance of cameras. So
Just a second. What is the significance of this one with your project? Predictive maintenance of the cameras.
because the project, this will be applied in all the cameras which are present in government like railways and many public places,
Okay.
bus stops. So
Okay.
and due to this uh, uh, what do you say, due to this COVID situation, even if one camera fail, there is we can say that not much effect being what do you say? So many people are not caring about it because it's not a big issue for them.
Is that a big issue? Actually, I don't also feel like that. Means
So
how
it's
you
like
predict No. How your camera maintenance is related to your project? Well, I just want to relate
So
that.
you said to add any data analysis part. I
Yeah.
couldn't find any. So this was the closest one. The rest were like analysis of mask with the COVID population, but that was also not significant. It was not
No,
great.
you have added that is correct. Okay, so if you have added that is correct, but I just want to relate, means how it is related to your project. You just justify that it is related in some manner. Okay, I'm
That
not saying that you have done a mistake or you have done the wrong thing. Okay, I just want to
uh,
relate those things. Okay.
relate my this camera predictive maintenance. What to say? This thing, because if I want to catch many people, usually the government has declared a fine over not wearing mask, public awareness. So for that, I need to have a good infrastructure in place, and for that, the camera should be working.
Okay, that is fine, but uh, okay, how you will be predicting that? Okay, just tell.
So the most common cameras and the most effective ones, which government are also buying, are dome CCTV. These are the one which covers the most of the area. So what we have is it has rotations, that is pan, tilt, and roll. So the data set which we took, what they did is they kept an accelerometer at the pan and the tilt, and they measured the acceleration. If it's a healthy, if it's healthy, so we have a, set of signals. And if it's faulty, you can see that there's an abruption here. So the we used these are the parameters we have to evaluate, that is F score, sensitivity and specific score. So first we went with SVM, that is space vector uh, SV uh, SVC. So we went with it. We got an accuracy of 94.1 with SVM classifier, and the rest was linear and random forest, linear regression and random forest. So for that we used IBM's machine learning platform. So these are the steps for all pipelining. As you can see, random forest, and
Okay, okay, just tell me for all these analysis, what are the inputs you have taken?
the inputs was I'll show you. This was if it was in the range, then first we did a binarization. If it was in the range, true, that is okay. And if it is out of range, that was false.
Okay, so what are the parameters you have taken for that camera?
Pan.
The acceleration of the accelerometer, the ranges.
Okay, okay, then just show me that one. Yeah, I want to see that. What are the things present in that data set? So where did you get that data set? From
Which one?
Kaggle, that camera related data set?
So this is the one. This is the with time. What is the variation of the signal with time? The acceleration,
Okay,
and we convert it into Fourier series for less noise. And we didn't have time, so we used uh, IBM's machine learning. Here it's easy. You just need to insert the data, and the random forest and linear regression models are already present. It gives out the accuracy and the features. So,
okay,
so after doing that, what these are the two sensors. One was in the x-axis, that rotation, pan and tilt, and this is the combine. So we got an accuracy of 94.1 in SVM. Linear regression has a lower accuracy in this, and random forest was somewhat with the same accuracy with SVM, and but with SVM it takes a lot of computational power, and random forest is said to be preferred when the data set is growing large. Since will be monitoring the data set for a longer duration, so we will say that random forest is better suited for this type of project.
Okay. So basically, you are predicting whether your maintenance is required or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Whether the maintenance of that camera at what duration, after what duration, it might fail that.
Okay.
And random forest was the best algorithm for this type.
But I have some doubts regarding your data set. Means, so what are the factors there? You means those are deciding this one?
So the rotation, the x-axis rotation, the tilt, and the
Means
movements.
this, yeah, I understood that one. But this data set gives you the amount of rotation or the error in the rotation, or what exactly that data set is
Error
giving?
in the rotation.
Yes,
How
I
error.
mean,
it
like
is measured?
after which part it shows error, like that.
After which part it gives error? No, I am not sure about this data set. And also, actually, what happens whenever you are doing some project, here your project is something different, and your data analytics is something different. Okay, so you are not using any data from your base project. Okay, this is something different thing. Okay.
Yes. We didn't have anything to connect with it. There was very less data analysis in that project, and we already took that project till review too. So that's why we added this part.
Yes. Okay, but this is not okay. This is not the thing I need actually. Okay. Anyways, you have studied the thing. That's nice.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Can I stop, sir?
Yeah. You can stop your presentation. Yeah.
Thanks.
So we can exit. So
Yeah, those who want to exit, they can leave the meeting. No problem.
yes, I have another class. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Can we present now, sir?
Yeah. What's your name?
So, like Aditya Rahul told first, can I present after him, sir?
Yeah. Okay, Aditya. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm Rupesh. I will present after Aditya Rahul.
So could you make me the presenter?
Just a second.
Okay.
Aditya Rahul. No? Okay.
Yes.
Aditya.
Team member is the other team member is Arun Nambiar.
Arun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
So is the slide visible to you?
I think it's loading.
Okay, sir. Is it visible now, sir?
Not at.
So let me do it again, sir. So is it visible now?
No. Those who have finished, please unraise your hand. Okay, because it's I'm getting confused
So I
with
don't
your
know what
hands.
is the problem. Should we disconnect and connect again?
Okay, just why don't you do one thing? Arun, you
Yes, sir.
can share the thing. Yeah.
So actually, I didn't have my laptop. That's why Aditya is sharing. It is gone for repairs.
Okay.
See, isn't it visible till now?
No, it's not visible.
Okay, sir. Then I'll try disconnecting the call and connecting again, sir. Till then, sir, you can go on with another team, sir.
So
Okay.
can you, sir?
Okay, sir.
Sir, I'm Rupesh. So can I start it?
No. After this, I'll be going sequentially. Jasper.
Yes, sir. We are ready, sir. My teammate, sir, Srivatsan, sir.
Where? Who is?
Srivatsan.
Srivatsan. Have you raised your hand? I can't find you. Yes. Yeah, I got it.
Srivatsan Biju, sir.
E or V?
B, boy.
Okay. I think it's showing. What's the complete name? Okay, I think it's not necessary because already I made both of them.
Jasper.
Continue with this.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm sharing. Yes, sir. So, good evening, sir. So, our project title is.
Just a second, let me note down your numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, continue.
Yes, sir. So, good evening, sir. So, our project title is Plant Monitoring System. So, in review 1 and review 2, we have covered all the abstract part and the block diagram part, but still I would like to give a small gist of our project. So, the intent of our project is to develop a plant monitoring system which will continuously monitor the environmental parameters which are necessary for the growth of a plant. For example, in this project, we are monitoring 3 parameters like light, temperature, and soil moisture. So, light is essential for photosynthesis process. Meanwhile, soil moisture is essential for the growth of the plant. So these are the components which are used, which I have already discussed in review 1. So this is the block diagram. So we are connecting the LM35 temperature sensor, soil moisture sensor, and LDR to Arduino. And from the Arduino, there is a Bolt Wi-Fi module we have connected, which will be communicating the values to the cloud. And from the values which are stored in the cloud, we'll be performing machine learning algorithm, which is predictive analysis, and will be predicting the future values. So if when a person or when a farmer who is having the greenhouse environment, if he is able to identify the future values, he can do necessary actions or he can take necessary precautionary steps in order to maintain the growth of the plant. So this is our project, sir. And so in review 3, we are going to show our work. So this is the setup of our project, sir. And Srivatsan will be continuing from this.
Sir, Jasper, can you mute your mic?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, basically, sir,
Yeah.
I'm getting an echo here. That's the fine.
Better you just use earphone. I think
Yes,
you are
I'm
using
using that. So is it fine now?
I can manage. Okay, no problem.
Okay. So sir, in review one, you told me that we should how that parameters are interrelated between the temperature and soil sensors. So we did a research for research paper, and we found that some plants like apple and deep sea weeds have relations between light intensity and temperature. So this is the code for Arduino from where we are getting the inputs from sensor. So Jasper, can you scroll down? So from here we have sent the data to the Bolt cloud set. From the cloud we have download the data set and did the data analysis part. Jasper, could you go on to the video so we can explain? So basically this is the setup of the project. So basically, when the light intensity falling on the LDR is very low and the soil is not watered enough, we could see here that the soil is dry and light intensity falling is very low, like in the values of 76 and 987. Just for fast forward the video. So when we water the soil enough, we can change the we can see a drastic change in the values in the soil moisture level. So you could see here now the soil is the output is shown that soil is wet enough and has adequate water content with the value of 362. So similarly, when we give sufficient amount of light to the LDR with the help of flash in the phone, we can see that light intensity falling has been increased to the value of 430. That's what. Similarly, for temperature sensor also, we have used a similar platform and we could see the values in serial monitor. Basically, it's room temperature, so it would be around like 30 degrees. So this is the how we have imported the data in the cloud. From this, we will be downloading a data set. Yes,
Which cloud you have used?
The Bolt, sir. Bolt.
Okay.
So this is the light intensity values. When we apply the flash, we can see the values being drastically increased. So this is the part where we using the user. So I use the room temperature as a threshold because we can't get abnormal temperature to practice. So when we get there's a breach in the threshold, we can see the alerts being sent to the main user. So data analysis part, we have imported the data set from the Bolt cloud with the parameters temperature, light, and soil. The device ID is basically the ID of the Bolt, so we'll be eliminating it.
Okay. Just tell me one thing. Hello. How
sure.
many data samples you have collected by using your system?
So we measured for 3 hours span, sir, like around 50 values.
Okay, around 50 values. Okay. You could have also done it up to 500 or 5,000 also. Why have limited to 50 only?
Time constraint only, sir. It was tracking at like 10 minutes on values, so I can't completely with this, so I limited for 50. So we can do it in future, like making it for 500 values.
Okay, continue.
So we are extracting the time, hour and minute from the date time package. So since the output from temperature sensor is an analog value in the range of 331 like that, so we'll be converting into degrees Celsius using this formula. Then this is the one. So already we told like we'll be using 3 different cases as the target variable. So we don't know which one will be having the better accuracy. So we have taken 3 cases, like temperature as the target and other 4 parameters of the feature set, and vice versa for all the, like in this case, we could see we have taken the temperature as the target variable and the soil moisture level, light, and the parameter considered as the feature set. So we did all the 3 different parameters. Hold on. So this is the correlation matrix between the parameters and the distribution plot. So using train test with command, segregated the training and testing data. And we use 2 different algorithms like linear regression and random forest regression. So for linear
Okay,
regression,
hello.
yes, sir. Sir? Sir?
And what?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what are the inputs you have given for your data analytics, and using which technique, what are the outputs you got? Okay, just summarize the thing.
Yes, we have given the soil moisture level, then light intensity as the feature input, then temperature as the target. We have we have also used vice versa also, so like taking temperature as the input and soil as the y, because we don't know which will be having the better accuracy. So
okay.
So since the paper told it was interrelated, we don't know which will be which. So we consider all the 3 cases. So from linear regression, we could see the considering light intensity as target variable, we are having a better accuracy. Like our R2 scores are 98%.
Okay. So basically, just tell me one thing. So basically, by using 2 variables as your input, you are predicting the another one.
Yes, sir.
So what is the actually I have forgotten about your project. What happened? So what is the significance of doing this one? You are monitoring the plant, means what exactly you are monitoring? That thing I have forgotten.
So in
What
case
exactly?
if we have 2 variables, if we don't know the third, we could get with 2 variables like using. Like in case suppose the light intensity at some point is very high, the farmer user can get to know the soil moisture level and can work accordingly to preserve its plants, like a precautionary measure.
Okay. So what happens to the plant? Means do you have taken? How can you predict that something is going to happen with the plant or not?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, since we are predicting the future value, sir, actually, if the amount of light is received by the plant is going to be very high, means there are many techniques, sir. In greenhouse farming, there are many different types of technique for shadowing techniques, sir. So, like a farmer, you can use that shadowing techniques before the light intensity of the plant, like it is going to be more high. So if we give optimum light intensity to the plant, the growth of the plant will be increased, sir. In case if the farmer doesn't know, suppose if the farmer is not using this project in his greenhouse, so he won't be able to know like light intensity is going to increase or decrease, sir. So this project comes into play that when the light increasing is increasing, like if he predicts that at 4 p.m. the light intensity is going to be high. So before that, I have to use the shadowing techniques and I have to prevent the plant. Now, the farmer can do it, sir. So that's where this project will play an important role, sir. Not only in light, in future you can add more environmental parameters also, sir. But in our project, we have considered that. So this is the use of our project.
Okay, I got the point. The thing is that suppose this project is going to be implemented in real time. Okay. So you have done all these things separately, okay, because you are at a time you are not implementing all the things. At a time you are considering 2 parameters, okay, and the other one you are predicting, okay. So suppose you are going to implement this in real time. So how, which parameter is going to be considered at that time?
So that depends on the plants, I guess. We here consider these 3 cases, but in some cases they'll be considering only light intensity or soil moisture.
Soil moisture.
Soil moisture.
Means you are saying that depending upon the plant, you will be fixing all those things. Means it's not going to be means all the 3 cases means, because if 3 parameters are there, then there will be 3 cases. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because you are considering 2 parameters, other one is going to be predicted. So there will be basically 3 cases. So you are saying that all these 3 cases are not going to be used for all the plants. For depending upon the plants, you will be using any one of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I don't think this is the correct way. I'm not sure about the thing, but it seems like that. Should not be the it should not be the case actually. Uh, Rather than that, I think that all the things should be predicted simultaneously, and based upon the three predictions, you should draw some conclusion.
So multi-class regression.
No. Whatever things you have done, it should be done simultaneously. Okay, so at the
Fine.
same time, um, means let me tell you the example. Suppose you are right now you have your soil moisture and you have your temperature. Okay, so you are going to measure the light intensity. Okay, at the
Yes, sir.
same time, there must be some light intensity value. Okay, so based at the same time, you will be using the soil moisture along with your light, and you will be predicting the temperature. Okay, so based upon that, you will be comparing your prediction and your real value, how much difference you are getting, whether that is sufficient or that is going to hamper the plant or not. Like that you can use or you can do something. Okay, I'm not
Okay.
sure about the thing. Means I'm just imagining the thing from your perspective. Okay, because you are saying that you will be implementing a single thing for a plant, but but I don't feel that is the correct way. Okay. So
Okay,
better,
sir.
I'll suggest you that you just go deep into this means this technique. Okay, so plant
Okay.
monitoring system, how they are working really. Okay, and based upon that, if you have a good idea, okay, or we can say concrete idea about the thing, how it is going to be implemented, I think whatever thing I'm telling you, that will be useful. Okay, so if you are predicting the things simultaneously and measuring the all the parameters simultaneously, means I'm saying you all the three cases will be done simultaneously. Okay, if those
Okay.
things are done simultaneously, then definitely you'll be getting some good output from that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So you just think about that.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
you can leave the meeting or you can stop the presentation or you can
Yes,
leave
sir.
the meeting also. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, next uh, Guru
Sir,
Vishnu. Yeah.
so like you told you were gonna take review till 6:20, sir, and come back again at 7:30. So like I have a quiz at 8 p.m. Can I go give the review now, sir?
Okay, let's actually it's going on. Okay, let's say yeah, it's 5:57. I'll be stopping at 6:20. Okay, so if possible, I'll be giving you another slot at 7:30 or something. Okay, I'll be giving you the message. Immediately join at that time. Okay,
So that's why,
because
sir. At 8 p.m. I have a quiz, sir, cryptography and networks. Sir. That's
okay,
why.
no problem.
Can I give it
Oh,
now, sir?
okay, don't worry. Okay, uh, what's your name? Rupesh.
Rupesh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Team members Fanindra and Ramamohan.
Sir, I will present, sir. Fanindra.
So make
Fanindra.
Fanindra as a
Present. Make me present.
Have you raised your hand? I can't see your name actually.
sir,
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah,
I
yeah.
raised
Fine.
my hand.
Yeah,
starts with Erangatla Fanindra.
yeah.
E. Fanindra, sir.
Yeah, Fanindra and who else are there?
Ramamohan.
Rupesh Rammohan.
Ramohan.
Rammohan.
Ramon, are you there? Have you raised your hand?
So only Fanindra will be present.
Yeah. I got him. Hello, Ramon.
Sir. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I made you as a presenter. Okay. Start.
Like Fanindra
Okay,
can
just
share the screen of the PPT.
yeah, just wait for
Okay.
1 minute.
Fanindra, you share and keep on and we'll wait.
Okay. Can you see the screen, sir?
Not yet.
Okay. Now, bro, can you see it? No. Okay. Is it visible, sir?
No, like, can you read
No.
Okay, okay. 1 minute. Is the screen visible, sir? No?
No, like, I'll share the PPT.
Yeah, you can start. Okay, no problem. You can
Yes,
start.
Okay.
I'll share the PPT and can you see my PPT, sir?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we can see it.
Like, I'll show it in this way. This like our
Just show me
project
your roll numbers first.
Yes, sir. So can I proceed?
Yeah. Proceed.
So like project is electric vehicle range prediction, sir, and abstract and block diagram. We explained all these in the mod review too, sir. So like I'll just give a brief summary of what we did in our project to our methodology, sir. So first, every project needs to have some motive, and our motive is that electric vehicle has to be charged to go to a distance. Since electrical vehicles are a new technology and there are very less charging stations available, we have to be efficient in our finding the best path.
Hello, I remember all your things. Okay,
Oh.
just go to the final part. Okay.
Our part is that we have a data set where we have 110 tuples and which has things like rated power, and we find the range based on the battery percentage and all stuff through machine learning algorithms like random forest regression. This is the part we did for review 2, and we found out the range. And the next part is that we using this predicted range some of the inputs, we give it to A-star algorithm and find the shortest path which has the shortest time to go to our destination. And what we have used is that we have given our map is like a binary image where we have marked our starting point, destinations, and electric vehicle station, and we will show how our car moves from the starting point to a destination in the real-time simulation. Now, when Fanindra will share the Jupyter notebook. So, and these are the results we got from the regression models, and we found that random forest regression has the less mean squared error, and we are using that to predict the range. And this is the pics we have took based these are the simulation results, and we are storing the charging stations availability in a database called Firebase. It's a Google initiative, and it will update the available slots for charging in real time. These are the solutions.
Whether the car is charging, if a car suddenly comes to the charging station and charges, it will decrease the availability and it will immediately update it in the database so that the other cars can check whether this station has the proper availability for charging and can alter their plans accordingly, sir.
Sir, can you share the notebook
okay.
And show the simulation? Sir, I will stop sharing, sir. You share.
Okay, no problem. Yes.
Is the screen visible, sir? No?
Yeah, it's visible.
So this is the A-star algorithm part, sir, where we simulate the shortest path for the car to reach the destination using the car stations that are available in the certain coordinates in the particular area. So these are the creds and the functions related to the Firebase, sir. Like in order to insert a new station in the database on its coordinates and its data like that, and to delete some station or availabilities on updating the status of the charging stations whenever a car comes to it and gets charged like that, sir. And reading this status, all these functions. And this is the algorithm which we implemented to find the shortest path between the destination and the source for a car to reach it with the efficiently according to the charging station locations. So I will simulate and show it, sir, so that you can understand what's going on. So this is the part where the car starts, sir, and this is where it has to reach, like it's the destination. You can see as it.
We are seeing
let's-
Firebase tab. Can we go to
Okay,
Pathfinding tab?
Okay, sorry. 1 minute, sir. I'll share it again.
Show the simulation window.
Okay, I'll run it again, sir. Sorry, sir.
Run the last one.
Okay. So this is the map that we took from the net, sir. Binary map. So here, the orange part that you can see here is the starting point of the car, and here at the other corner you can see the destination part in green color, and remaining light green color light spots are the charging stations, sir, in between in this route in this region. So we took 3 charging stations here, and we'll see how it goes to how it reaches the destination. And its range we predicted is 79.5, sir, in the algorithm before.
This thing we explained in review too, sir. Like
here we found out 79.5. It's driving range, sir, maximum driving range. So we took that and implementing this algorithm to reach the destination. So you can see it started at the initial point and it went into the charging station 1. Here the availability is decreased from 2 to 1. So it's updating automatically, and you can see the battery percentage update here. Until it reaches 100%, it will be there, and as it immediately goes off, again the availability changes to 2, and it's slowly going towards its destination, sir. So it doesn't need another charging station to reach the destination. It has that capability of one charge is enough to reach the destination safely without any breakdowns in the middle. So that's what we done, sir. And Rupesh will explain some code part briefly here.
No need to explain the code. Just tell me one thing. How you are predicting the distance with respect to your charging? So
that's what, sir. Like this we explained in review too. What we do is that we have 110. We have a data set which has 110 entries, and it has the parameters like rated power, max power, top speed, battery capacity. These based on these 6 things, we predict. They also give range. So what we do is that we use regression.
Not
okay. I got your point. Okay.
Regression model, and we find out the mean squared error. The mean squared error will tell us which model is more accurate to the data set, and we found out that random forest regression is the most accurate.
Okay. I remember that one. Okay, I've forgotten that one. Okay, I got the point. Yeah.
In this way, we predict that range, and we'll use that in the pathfinding algorithm, and accordingly, we'll show the output in that image.
Okay.
Like to have a good simulation model. That's all.
And we are using Firebase database to show the availability of electrical vehicle.
Like real-time update will be there so that other users can see it and alter their plans, like something like that as a model.
This is our project.
This is our project.
Okay.
Can I
what are the future works?
Okay.
Yeah, what are the
future works? Future works we are thinking of, like now we have just used what is that we have downloaded the map. We have given the map given it to directly, and we have mentioned the electrical vehicle station points directly. What we can do is that we can put it in a dynamic way. Like the dynamic way is that we can use Google Maps to import the live location of a user, and then generate based on like we can have a radius like 100-kilometer radius that will give us a we can take from we keep the user as a center and take a radius of 100 kilometer and then take an image of that, then import that and find out the electrical vehicle charging station there, and then proceed with this A-star algorithm to have a dynamically
To optimize the
uh,
paths properly.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Without any troubles for the user.
Yeah.
Like we can use the Google Maps so that it will be very efficient and we can use it real time. That may
Okay.
be that will be the future.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Can we leave, sir?
Yeah. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next, Guru Vishnu. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, who are there in your group?
Dhanush, sir. Dhanush Kumar.
Sorry.
Dhanush.
Dhanush.
18 BEC 0514.
No. Don't say me the roll numbers. Actually, no, roll numbers are not showing here.
He has raised his hand, sir.
Okay, let me check. Yes. Oh, Dhanush. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Only 2 are there in your group?
Yes, sir. Only 2, sir.
Okay, so one small thing. Rest of you, those who have not presented, they can leave right now because I'm going to stop the presentation after this one. Okay, this group. Okay, and next presentation I'll be telling you at 7:45. Okay, we'll be starting at 7:45 and we'll be continuing up to 9 o'clock. Okay, so those who want to present, please join the meeting at 7:40. Is that fine? Okay, because I'm continuously sitting from 3 o'clock, so I don't have any more. Means I don't have patience. So we'll be joining at 7:40. Okay. So rest of the people, no need to wait. You can join at that time. Okay, you can start.
Yes, sir. Our project is like implementation of water quality management platform for agriculture based on big data, sir. By second review, we have got collected the data set, and the comment for our project is to implement. It has to get it done by to put the data set in Hadoop environment and getting the results, sir. Can I go for the for results, sir? Can I show you the?
Yeah, you can share your PPT. Till now, I can't see your PPT.
Yeah, yes. Just. Can you see my virtual box, sir?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
Like we will be collecting the data and we'll be uploading that into a Hadoop environment. And
first, tell me your roll number, sir.
18 BC 0730.
Okay.
18 BC 0514.
Okay.
Yes.
Continue. No problem.
Yes, it's getting started. So we will be uploading the data, collecting all the data set to the Hadoop environment. So we'll be using K-means algorithms here. So I have already done, and I will show you the output select. Yes, sir. This is a Java code for the project. Like after downloading the data set in the Hadoop environment, we have to import that into a hello, sir. Or is it?
I'm listening. You just tell.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
listening.
It has to import it to jar file, sir. We have to import the into jar file. I have kept in desktop. After importing the things into jar file, will be seen in the files, desktop files. So water, I have given the name for water.jar, and then you have to go to control terminal. We have to go to the desktop. And then we have to start. So it's getting running. It's getting the nodes. Then it will show the how many nodes have been taken. And then can you see my screen now, sir?
Can see it, no problem. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Then we have to go command file Hadoop. Water dot.
Are you writing something, but that is not visible? Means whatever thing you are writing, that is not visible.
I'm writing the command, sir. You know the no, sir.
Command prompt, I think.
Command not in command prompt, like Linux administrator, you know the Linux commands, sir. So I'm typing that command to get the output. The main motto of this project is to collect the data from different regions, like temperature, pH value, and analyzing that data. And we have to give the proper data, like
please try to finish it quickly. Okay, so actually I have some work at 6:20. So I think your system is taking so much time.
Yeah, so that problem is VirtualBox.
Okay, you just do you have any PPT? You can just show me the result.
Yes, it's
okay,
almost
so
completed. So 2 minutes, we get it done.
So what is the specification of your system?
Windows 10 16 GB RAM. The problem is not in my system, so like in the VirtualBox, I didn't update because I don't have the key, product key for the latest version. So.
Yeah, I understood that. I understand that, but it's showing that system base memory is only 3 GB around that is used. And 2 processors are there. Which processors you are using?
i7
i3 processor?
No, sir, i7, sir. i7.
Why it's not using full 4 processors, 4 cores?
No, sir.
No, actually there are some techniques.
Yes, sir. Can
by
you see
which you can-
the, now you can see the output, sir, like temperature should be in like minus 27 degrees, fresh water minus 7.9, brackish
Where
water
it is
minus
shown?
0.
No, where it is shown, I can see that.
I'll share it again. Now, sir, can you see? Hello,
Yeah.
you can see now, sir.
Yeah. Right now it's yeah.
Yes, sir. So the final, like for fresh water, like for to live aquaculture, the output should be the value should be in this range. Temperature should be in the 27 minus 27, fresh water minus 7.9, brackish water minus 0. pH value minus 23, salt water. So for this kind of data, the aquaculture can survive and farmers get be benefited. Like to make like adding crores of data, sir, like it will give in a second, sir. For me, it took 2 minutes. You can
summarize the thing, whatever thing you have done.
Yes, I have done all the command prompts, sir. That is the final output, sir. This is my data set, sir. You can see my data set.
The thing you have
This is
done
my
from the
data set.
beginning.
This is the data set, sir. I've taken manually, sir. Like,
Okay.
see, sir, some like lakhs of data.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. I got your point. Just tell me, just summarize the whole project. What are the things you have done in your total project? From the
We have
beginning, means from the
for programming, we have gone for Java programming, so Java code, and we have
Okay.
used k-means algorithm,
Okay.
And also map reduce technique. So to divide the work into like a map reduce technique will be divided the data set into multiple like things, sir. It will be distributed, sir.
Okay.
Map reduce technique. And you got the point, no, sir. Like
Okay, that much you have done. Okay.
yes, sir. I think I thought just to show the results I have.
No, that's fine, but prepare the report properly. Okay, otherwise.
Yes, sir. That report was ready, sir. Report was there with me.
Yeah, send a report with proper explanation to and means
yes, sir.
just submit it in ViewTop. Okay, and after that you just send a copy to me. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so rest of the participants means rest of you please join at 7:40. Okay, now I'm not going to take any means I'm not going to I'm going to leave the meeting. Okay, so rest of you please join at 7:40. Okay, so those who are joining at 7:40 they means will be completing them up to 9 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.